All right, how we doing today, folks? So today's segment is going to be, or this is my second video today. It's going to be entitled "You Never Know When the Hour is Going to Come," and I'm speaking on Cam Newton because this is an interesting article that actually popped up about 10 minutes ago when I was heading out, saying that the Patriots cut this man. Okay, and Cam Newton is a very beloved figure here. Okay, I just think that he's been in the league for a while. I think that he has some problems trying to adapt, okay, to the league, and I don't know, the playbook and all that, to a team system. Although I'm not saying that he can't do it, but I think there's some changes that were made at a certain point. Okay, maybe a couple of years ago. And probably, like, say, the Panthers felt that he should part ways, and now the same thing happened to New England. Okay. Now, what I thought probably was going to happen is, yeah, although yes, he didn't have a good season last year. Okay, maybe he was going to at least get another year to maybe turn things around for himself, as they had drafted this new young man by the name of Mac Jones from Alabama. Okay, and they won the national championship last year. Okay, with that other guy, I think he ended up going to Philadelphia. I think the other little running back guy. Okay, but yeah, when I read the article, it basically stated, hey, you know, this is Coach Bill Belichick stated that, look, you know, I could have kept him on the team, probably made him into a backup or whatever, okay? But he didn't necessarily say anything about Cam's performance. But it's just one of those things where I don't think that you really can be just as good as, or you have to be better, you know? And I don't know, it's so fortunate that he found himself in a quarterback competition in the first place. This as far as a Cam Newton, okay? But he basically said, look, you know what? I'm not going to keep him on the team to be a backup, okay? Where I guess maybe he felt that there's other teams that could probably start him right away, okay? So it's what it is. And actually, probably Bill Belichick done him a favor. From what I saw, I believe it's the Cowboys, the Broncos, Vikings that they're looking at him, probably, and also the Texans. Okay, I think that probably maybe as a short-term fix, maybe like the Texans, if and when they decide they want to trade Deshaun Watson. Okay, but Cam Newton is going to need some guys something that he's going to work with, maybe somebody that is a 500 team, around a 500, maybe 600 team. All right, so where maybe he can use what that or those attributes to make the playoffs, and he's just kind of like the keystone to it. All right, so man, that's kind of unfortunate, but I think New England actually was eyeing on cutting Cam Newton anyway. Okay, I just felt that maybe he had the short end of the stick on trying to perform last year. He didn't have a lot to work with, but I guess you still have to show that you can compete. Now, I guess if they don't feel as though you can compete, and I think also the Patriots are also looking at the direction that they were going. Okay, so I guess they were looking at Mac Jones. Okay, he's young, he's got the years. Probably a lot of other members of the team were young, and I don't know, like maybe they didn't want to get an older quarterback that maybe had 2 or 3 years. So I guess the team's focus is over the next 10 years, okay, or maybe to the end of this decade, now that we're in the 2020s. So there you have it. I know probably a lot of you guys are disappointed, but I guess in this microwave popcorn league business called the NFL, you got to show that you can compete. And if you start tanking, you know, they will replace you or whatever. And everybody is expendable, you know. I mean, you got the higher ups like coaches and the general managers, they got to keep their job too. So, yep. Even Tom Brady. But again, you never know when the hour is going to come or whatever. I mean, it's kind of like, you see these things happen, you like, wow, but when you give it further thought, it's kind of like, all right, I probably could see it coming. All right, I mean, at one point in time that, hey, you can't, at one point in time, you're going to have to either retire or you're going to have to probably quit. And at some point, they're going to have to replace an older guy with younger guys. It's just the way it is. You're going to be on the throne for a certain amount of time, and then somebody else, you know, is going to be eventually going to end up dethroning you, or you're going to end up stepping down. It's kind of like an old guard or whatever, all right, that you just there until the next person relieves you. All right, so that's the news about Cam Newton. I think he's going to go somewhere else and he'll fit in right away. That's not going to be a problem, but I think the thing is he's going to have to produce. Okay, so he won't end up getting bounced around or end up getting bounced out of the league. All right, stay tuned for the next video. I just thought that was a little something to stimulate thought for you young athletes. All right, peace.